Hello people, this is Power here with the review of the Ultraman Z DX Ultra Metal Ultra Hero Ultra Legend Set EX04. I think I finally got it at this point. No, I don't. So, this is the last set of EX sets. I can't believe there was 4 of these. I want more. But they're going to be through Gashapon. But, so this is an interesting set because essentially this entire set is okay, let's just release who we haven't released yet and is necessary. So, interestingly enough, we have the 6 Ultra Brothers medal, and then we have Lunar Miracle 0, Justice, Standard Mode, Hikari, AT, and Reboot. So, and as you can see, they're pictured right here, although that's just Ultraman, I think, for equality's sake. And Lunar Miracle Zero's pictured okay. But yeah, so this set this set was released alongside EX03 because they get released in the latter half of the month. So yep. So here we have the medals out once again. Let me just, do my typical thing because this is the last 6-pack I had to do for now. Obviously, I'm showing first of all. Excuse me. That as you can see with the Ultra 6 Brothers, or the 6 Ultra Brothers medal, we have Zophie, Ultraman, 7, Jack, Ace, and Taro present with a yellow background. I'm pretty sure this is saying the 6 Ultra Brothers. And surprisingly, the rim here is actually silver. It's not, obviously, I don't think it's as, beautiful as the blue rim, because I think the blue rim is the only one that was actually metallic, while this is just, flat, which isn't bad, but I just like that they made the blue ones metallic. Transtamp because it's the main one, but yeah. Now, here we go with our normal medals. Here we have Lunar Miracle 0. Blue background. Here's another, or here's the original 0. So you can just see that they just added more blue to, or they actually took out blue for him. So that's interesting. Now we have Justice, which is nice to see them return. Red background. And I guess to specify already, this one's standard mode, which is the first time we've gotten normal Justice, as we've always gotten them through Crusher mode. Now here's a medal we've been waiting for, Hikari. Blue background, nothing present there. Now here we go with AT, which this is the first time he's finally been released DX. Because with Orb, you technically had to get him through a premium Bandai set or through Ultra Fusion Flight. I think Jade was Gashapon, or like Jade through Taiga. I don't know. He never got an accessory. And Rube was Gashapon, so that's nice. Interestingly, he's red now. So, last but not least, here we have Reboot, or Rebooto, as we're gonna hear. But Reboot, which it's nice that he finally got to be a part of this, especially after his popularity in Ultra Galaxy Flight New Generation Heroes. I forgot what the entire title was, so I had to say that entire title to myself. Wow. So, let's pull out the Z Riser and take a look at these. Z Riser. We're gonna actually I'm actually going to load them all in just because.
Ultraman Z, the Six Ultra Brothers, Lunar Miracle Zero, Justice, Standard Mode.
So there we get the transformations for Lunar Miracle Zero and Justice. The Six Ultra Brothers is just, it's a generic sound that I think was present since the X Divisor. So, you know, just like a spark sound kind of thing. Finishers.
The Six Ultra Brothers, Lunar Miracle Zero, Justice.
So there we get the respective finishers. I think Lunar Miracle Zeros is the, I don't know, it's the Lunar Miracle Slugger. That doesn't sound right. And I keep wanting to say Quadro Sluggers, but that's Zero Beyond. Justice, I don't know, especially because it's a standard mode. I think standard mode and Crusher mode had different finishers, so yeah. Now the second half, Ikari, AT, and Reboot. So there we get the transformations for Hikari and AT, but sadly because Reboot, from what we've seen, he doesn't transform, so he doesn't have a transformation sound, sadly. So there are their finishers. Obviously, Hikari is the Night Shoot, I believe. I don't know if that's the finisher exactly for Victory Knight, or that's actually like Hikari's finisher. AT, I don't know his on top of my head, and Reboot has a generic sound for his finisher. So, obviously, that's actually not it, because we can actually do combinations again with half of the medals we have. So I'm going to do Jade fusions first. So obviously with Hikari and Cosmos, we can finally, we're on the way of completing Jade's forms.
Ultraman Z, Jade, Acryl Smasher.
So there we go with the finish with that. And now with the other two, I literally almost grabbed the wrong zero.
Ultraman Z, Jade, Mugen Crosser.
Then the last one, technically, that I'll do in this before we actually switch to Riku. So for repetitiveness, now we're going to do this via Riku's access card. So now finally we can form Jade Acryl Smasher after like a very long time of not having like this form, because this is like the only one out of his main forms we still needed. And there we finally get the finisher for Acryl Smasher, the Atops Impact? I forgot how it's pronounced. Gosh. Now the second, I think this was one of the earlier Ultra Fusion rises for Jade. Which is Jade Mugen Crosser. I honestly forgot the name of that finisher. Yeah, cause I read it up beforehand and I forgot it. I don't want to say magic something. I don't want to butcher it. I'm poor with these names. And obviously this last one we need Hikari and Gaia, despite the original formation being these switched. And then here we go with Jade Photon Knight. That one's just simply Night Stream, which makes me happy and relieved. Okay, now we're going to do Orb Fusions, which is just one, so which we need Zophie and Hikari.
Ultraman Z,
Which we get Orb Breaster Knight, which is honestly probably one of my favorites. I think I think the combinations of Hikari are my favorite. It just does a generic finisher, so I'm not gonna bother. And yeah, again, that's the only Orb Fusion. And the last thing we can do is take Cosmos and we're Justice. We can make Ultraman Legend. The finisher. Justice has always been, like, Justice always had a generic finisher from what I can tell. So, but Justice, I mean, Legend always had a generic finisher. So, it's normal. But that's the Spark Legend. And that should be it. So overall, this set, it's probably my second favorite just because, you know, we got like 5 more fusions out of it, 5 more combinations out of it. But other than that, it's just this set I see as like, okay, let's just throw out like what we still need to release. Like the 6 Ultra Brothers medal is nice and all, but I thought this was actually going to be in the show because, you know, Ace was going to be in the show and such, but it just never happened. So, like, it's a nice medal and all, but it just never, nothing ever happened with it. But it's really nice to actually get, you know, especially like Justice and Hikari. Like, 80 and Reboot are really nice choices just because those are 2 Ultramen that aren't like, those 2 aren't really, like, those 2 don't really get as much merch. Obviously, because, as I said before, Reboot is actually getting more, or gain more attention. And it's actually nice to get, you know, Justice in standard mode. Other than that, I don't really have much to say. But I guess, like, because this is the last EX set, this is a really nice, like, I just really like that Bandai did this. I like that they just threw at us like 4 EX sets in the same month. Just thanks. Honestly, if I already didn't say enough, just just get all 4 of these EX sets. They're going to cost you around like $15 each at most if you didn't pre-order them. Like aftermarket, these are somewhat reasonable. Just get them as soon as you can. Get them before they shoot up in price. This is PowerRider, and I'll leave you people. Bye.